Alright, I think everything should be working now. Let me announce this stream here. Alright, that's that. And yeah. That should be about it. Hello, Pratoy. Welcome, welcome. Happy to see you again. Very happy to see you. Yo, what up? Demonics, welcome, welcome. Semi-space, happy to see you. Alright. Alright, some people have gathered. So the plan for today is to finish the... oh, Nicholas. Hello, Dido. The plan of today is to finish the last, well, let's say 2 maps that were submitted. Rewind by Dido was technically a bit late, but we'll morally count it as a submission. And then, of course, there's Periscoping, which, yeah, well... let's say we'll have to work out how to deal with that map in a second. Hello, Tube Incompetence. Howdy, hey, Bollerman, hi. I won't be with you the whole stream. That's alright. Happy to hear you're here. Wait, didn't you already play all the maps? Are you tripping? Almost. Yeah, so I said there's only pretty much 2 maps left. This late map by Dido, and then there's this, which is... yeah, that's something else. But like the plan is to just start with this and yeah, just see how it goes from there. Hello, Gusto1, and hello, Mouse. Oh, the Mouse is in the chat. Very good. I'm afraid I'm going to ask you to wait just a few seconds. I feel like playing this map first, and then I'll start banging my head against the wall for this one. But it's good that you're here, so I can ask for a hint should I get really stuck. So let's first do Dido's Rewind. I'm quite looking forward to this map. I've heard some good things about it. And yeah, I think this is going to be fun. I feel like this is going to be fun. It's supposed to be tricky, but not ridiculously so. I expect to solve it within an hour, I've been told, so that's good. So yeah, let's take a look here. We have Rewind, but okay, let me read the description for y'all. Difficulty medium. To know before playing, this map features portal on-off mechanics, but being familiar with them isn't required. Time is intended, but shouldn't be too tight. The piston platform has to shut down the layer of exactly 4 seconds. It's intended to shoot a portable surface below the laser without being in line with it. Okay. The puzzle features jail bars, so we know how those work. The solution is logical. No strafing ninja skills, etc. Right. Some stuff might trigger if you no clip. Okay, this puzzle was made as an entry for my contest in which participants had to remake one of his maps. This puzzle is a remake of Canonical. While the resemblance might be there, this is in fact a very different map, so playing Canonical isn't required. Feedback is very much appreciated to look and have fun. And we get Aniolan, Aring, Louis, the companion cube guy. Thanks. Let me also... How loud is the game? I feel like it's a little loud. Let me turn down the sound for y'all a little bit. Alright. This half takes your gun away. This half? Which half? This is the exit. This does look like Canonical, at least, with the two things on an island like this. But this is definitely a lot different, so let's see. I can see that... And this one gives it back. Ah, wait. Oh, okay, so... I can only shoot portals on this side of the puzzle, it seems. It's like a huge... yeah. Like a... trigger. That's crazy. So I have a portal here. And I like this isotope music. Right, so let's take a look. Okay, this is death, so let's not take a look. Interesting. Can't quite shoot at that. Is there any other portal surface? There is something down there, which looks promising. So I imagine if I go through, then I'll lose the portal gun. Is that right? It is, right. Okay, okay. Interesting. Very interesting. So now we have a cube sitting on a button turning on a light bridge, as in Canonical, if I recall correctly. This area has seen quite the overhaul compared to the original, so maybe it is true. I like this, these trees. Pretty, it's quite a pretty aesthetic choice. So what do we have here? We have probably something we could jump. PTI. This is PTI, yeah, it's B-mod though. Let's see if we can make this jump. Easily, okay, that's good. That's good to know. What do we have here? Here at least is the second cube. We get the portal gun back. Somewhere halfway through this thing. Okay, so this... Okay, it has to shut down the layer of a few seconds. That was correct. You know, with this lower area, which doesn't seem to have all that much stuff. Right. Let's start with spawning this cube, shall we? We need to redirect the laser into there, which means we have to get a cube there. We can get our... B-mod P, that pretty much the same thing. Agreed. But yeah, I think we can do something like... Wait, does it... Can I see that blue surface from here, maybe? Is that why this is here? No, it's not. It's definitely not. So... Yeah, I need to somehow... aim the... lasers with the cube. Now, how do I get you to intersect the laser in any way? This is not so good, right? How do I get this cube out of here? So I guess that's step one. That is step one. Getting this cube out of here. Yeah, it's actually quite difficult. It seems like you want a portal on that surface. Well, I guess I can grab it. And then where would I like to end up? Down there? Probably not, right? Considering I'm sort of already there. So let's instead put blue there. Okay. And then we can grab this cube. We can walk through. Then the cube is here. But there's also these bars, which I momentarily forgot about. Yeah, so that's not very useful. Like, what could the laser come out of? Either the light bridge surface? Wait, let me check something. Yeah, the light bridge doesn't really intersect any... Yeah. Any floor. Can I see the light bridge from here, though? I cannot. Like, getting the laser to the laser, the laser cube to the laser would of course be good, but it's not so easy. Was this song inspired by Around the World by Daft Punk? I think I've heard that before. I think Nog also inquired about this. I don't think it was, because I didn't know the song when I made this, so I think it's just a coincidence, but it's kind of cool that, you know, yeah, a song of mine is similar in that way to, you know, a track made by those pretty amazing musicians. So right, so, you know, what's the point? Okay, maybe I have an idea actually. Yeah, so what if we just leave the cube here? And now I want to try something. I want to place this portal. Now I remember that you are supposed to be able to shoot this, right? You have to be able to shoot it without being in line with it. Okay, there we go. That's a little annoying, but that works. Now I feel like I should be able to get onto, like, to the other side, because this platform has like this shutdown the layer. Oh, but it doesn't reach all the way. Wait, what? I was thinking I could just ride it back like this, but it doesn't reach. Excuse me. Hello, Orlando. Welcome. Alright, so that plan fails. I guess standing here, you know, it sort of seemed like the tracks continued, even though, of course, there's a hole here. Yeah, that's not great. So I can only, like, grab cubes off of it. And ride it the other way, I guess. Gesundheit, vielen Dank. So yeah, that's not great. That's not great at all. How do I get the laser cube anywhere? Obviously, there's no clipping to the end trigger. True, true. Just hunting for unintended solutions at this point. Just trying to see if there's any other way to beat it without no clipping to the exit, which is obviously the intended solution. Wait, am I just being very silly? I now wonder. Could I not just, well, let's say, leave the cube here, and then just like go here, shoot this surface instead. Okay, okay, okay. There we go. And now I can just take the cube there, right? No issues. Not sure why I didn't see that immediately. But we did it. There we go. Cube is here. Now I wanted to say let me move my portals, but actually not so easy. But I guess I only have to lightly touch it. Spawn the cube. That's fine. Alright. Now, we have at least spawned both cubes. Now, let me think about how would you get both cubes at the exit? Well, they can't come through here, so they have to come through here, which is going to mean that you drop them through this little surface there. So the question becomes, how do I get this portal and this portal? Well, this portal you can only sort of see from this side, right? So yeah. So what you're gonna want to do is shoot the portal right platform to the other side, and then somehow have both cubes here. This one responds very close, so that's good. Even auto respawns, apparently. How's that for the other cube? It's unknown. Let's test it. Okay, it does not auto respawn. That's fine. Good to know. Alright, so the idea is this spawns on the button. Mind you, that's quite a significant detail that should not be overlooked, because that's probably my only way to actually ride this platform, right? Because there's no real way for me to put something on this button while being on this side. At least I don't think so. So, okay, that's good. So at some point I want to shoot this surface and then ride the platform, and then this cube. Well, that's an issue, right? Because then this cube will be on this side. No, that's fine, because I can jump like that if the light bridge is on. I see. So what you would say is I'm sort of on this side, I respawn the cube, so I go like that, then I sort of destroy you so that you drop on the button, and then I going like this, jump onto the light bridge, and yeah, because I can just shoot both of these portals already, so you do that, you get both cubes, you jump to the exit, and you're done. Very nice. So how do we do something like that? I guess it doesn't even, like, from at first sight it doesn't seem that difficult. All I have to do is sort of be there while I respawn him and have access to this cube so that I can destroy it. So a natural way... Let's see, how does this look? The fact that this is lower is a tad unfortunate. Maybe, yeah. I just want to test something. If you're all right with that. What happens if, for example, I would have the cube here? Just imagine I have it, and I have this laser going like this, right? Suppose you're not on the button presently. Just doing something else. Suppose I would be like, I want to respawn that cube. And one way to do it is to do something like this. Ah, but you don't make that. No, it's too slow. Okay. That sucks. So maybe you want to have the cube here instead. Right? Suppose this cube is anywhere, right? You don't even care where it is. And suppose that this cube is sitting here, right? And you would say, okay, I can do this. Ah, I see. Because of this nasty little construction here, that also doesn't quite work. That's funny. Okay. How long have I been working on Rewind? I don't know, like 15 minutes, give or take. Maybe a little more, 18. I'm just trying to work out the exit move. I feel like I have an idea of what I want to do, but I'm not exactly sure yet how I'm going to do it. Okay, so what could I really do when I'm very close to here? What could I do to make the platform move? In terms of portals, not that much. You can only really see these two awkward surfaces. And apparently this is not good. You've been trying to solve this one for days. Okay, that's not a good sign. Something isn't quite right. There's a 100% chance that I'm going to have to ride this platform to this side at some point, right? By respawning this cube. I'm just trying to think of a way to actually pull that off. This isn't it. Just because the shooting this portal is too nasty. Okay, but perhaps you could do something like... I have the... like this sort of crosses the floor, right? So you might be able to say, okay, I do something like this. And then I take it away. Okay, I think that would work. That would make more sense too, because it sort of constrains where you have to be. Like if you have that, and I remembered to, you know, shoot these two portals while I was riding all nicely, then I'd be done, right? Because then I would just toss this one in the goo, it would respawn. Yeah, okay. Alright, so we know we know what we want to achieve here. That's great. I want this cube, this one, to be in this area. And I want this. This laser cube to be here. And then my portals, yeah, I want this laser surface while I'm there, which shouldn't be too hard. No, that's easy, right? If you go through the laser surface, you can just jump back. So that's easy. So portals are not a problem. The positions of the cubes are a problem. Hey, Knock. Hope you're having a good weekend too. Very happy to see you joining in. I hope you are well. Hope you're well. I'm presently working with an illegal state, so allow me to revert back to a legal one, which was this. This is what we achieved. Now, yeah, what's going to be the challenge? There's two challenges. Like, getting a cube in this area is going to involve flinging it through here. Okay. Yeah, that's true. If I want to get a cube in this area, you would say you have to fling it through and then jump it over here. That's not true. You also have this lift, right? So maybe the cube just goes in like that. That shouldn't be too hard, in fact, to set up. I think that's quite easy. Alright, so let's assume for a second that getting a cube in here is not that hard. Similarly, getting a cube, but getting the laser cube in there, though, that might be harder. Because, yeah, what ways do you have to get a cube into this area? Like, I don't think you're supposed to, like, toss it onto here. There's no way. Now, what I am not quite sure about if, like, let me just go back to the testing table and test something out that I'm not sure is possible. So let's just, not intended. I wasn't even, no clipping is not intended. You heard it here first, folks. Yeah, what I was thinking is, can I, like, sort of jump off of this, right? Because it's like, seems jumpable. So let's see. Let me put this cube here a little better, actually. Something like this. Ah, I see. Okay, you realize that might be possible if you're, like, athletic enough to grab the cube and stuff. Okay. That's not intended. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, there's no way to get the cube onto here without doing a toss, which we all know I can't do. Oh! Ho, ho! Okay. Okay. Okay, sorry, Dido. Sorry, I was just demonstrating for the purposes of, for educational purposes. That was for educational purposes only. Alright, so yeah, I think getting the laser cube there is actually going to be the hardest part. Ah yeah, now I see it. So if you would try to set up the same thing but with the laser cube in here instead of there, you would run into some issues because, like, there's no floor here that you could put the cube on. That's super subtle. Very clever. I don't cheat 3 times here that you don't even need to say anything. Alright, come. Hello Dolphiner, by the way, welcome. Masalt, welcome. Okay, so yeah, the challenge is going to be get the laser cube onto that island. I feel like that's pretty much the whole puzzle, and the only way to do it seems to be to go all the way, yeah, through here. It has to come in through like this, which is interesting because it suggests yeah, that is interesting. Because it suggests that I can make this fling yeah, that I can make that fling without doing what I want to do, because that's a way that would allow me to get both cubes to the exit at the same time. So there's a second way to do the fling apparently, which in a subtle way only allows me to get this cube over. And for the fling, the nastiest things is to get my portals in the right place. Because once you're on this side, right, you're not seeing this or this. I mean, of course you can get your portals here very easily, but then how do you make the cube fly? That's not so easy. And I shouldn't forget that there is also this light bridge that goes through the portal. One may wonder what the point of the light bridge really is, if, yeah, here it just sort of does nothing. And in these let's okay, now that we're testing everything, we're just no clipping at this point. I do want to test stuff out because it's not clear. So could I do something like this and then just walk? Does that work? Ah, it does. Okay, that actually does make a lot of sense, because that means like doing this is really something you can only do with one cube, right? Because one cube has to sort of keep powering this. So I guess first I want to get this cube onto this button to walk with the laser cube like that. Yeah, that does make sense. Does it though? Because no, maybe it doesn't make sense, because yeah, it doesn't matter. Getting this portal and going to the other side will still require me to do like a respawn kind of thing. Yeah, it still requires me to do a respawn. That's strange, because I was trying to work towards being able to do a respawn by doing this whole thing. Like getting this portal and being near the blue one requires me to traverse the lift. And the only way to make use of the lift is to just magically put a cube on that button from here, which you can only do by respawning it. The cube did not auto respawn, we checked that. So life's not so easy. Okay, that's strange. I was thinking like maybe you can suspend the cube on like a light bridge above this surface and then drop it through, but no, there's no way to get the light bridge across this surface. So you have to jump with the cube, there's no other way. Yeah, that's strange. That is odd. Very odd. As odd as the number 3. That is strange. That's strange. It's very strange. Can confirm the number 3, so thank you. Thank you, Smiley. I'm happy that we have a mathematician in the chat to fact check my statements. Very odd, yeah. Yeah, it's very odd. Yeah. That's strange. I'm just trying to think, is there any other way for me to respawn that cube? That sort of... Is there any other way for me to respawn that cube? From here, that's it, that is. Is this the myth? The legend? You know you stream? Sometimes, just sometimes. This time I have a duty to fulfill. I have to play the maps to the second ComPeTItion. Yeah. And this one was a bit late, but considering the quality of the design, it would be a true waste not to play. Yeah, the light bridge, yeah, I'm pretty sure it sort of this has to be used at some point. Otherwise, this light bridge would be underused, to say the least. It's an odd little... Bro, 8 likes. Let's go, dude. Oh my god. Honestly, Mr. Beast, watch out. My stats are catching up. God. I'm overlooking something silly, I feel. I feel like I've already worked out quite a sizable portion of the logic of the map. But this little thing is in my way. Like, I feel like with some thought I can work around how to move cubes from one side to the other. But to get the first time this laser cube in this area, that is the puzzle. What's the trick there? How does one respawn that cube? Where do you place the laser cube? Do you just put it here? Like here? That's an unfortunate angle. No, you don't. You don't put it there. Even if, I'm not sure if you even could, considering you don't really have a portal gun here. So there's really only two options. Either it's in line with this surface, but that doesn't make sense because that would put the laser cube where I want it to be. So the only reasonable thing is to put it in line with this surface again, just like I did the first time. But now I sort of want to do it from a distance. Can't wait to see Manscaped sponsoring. You're gonna get a VPN sponsorship. Please raid Shadow Legends. Guys, I've been playing Raid Shadow Legends for the past month, and I have to admit, it's surprisingly fun. You get access to this undressed woman hero. It's fire, dude. It's so good. I forget to feed my imaginary children because I spend all my money on this game. First person to solve Portal 2 chamber wins $1 million. Honestly, that's a banger of a video concept. No joke. That's actually fire. If I had $1 million, you know, I would spend it on on that video. Without hesitation. That's a banger. Say no more, share the download link. Are there sexy half-naked dudes? I am not sure. I guess I'm biased. $100 million Venezuelan rupees. Wow. Amazing. I don't get it. I don't get it. There has to be a trick. There has to be a second way to ride this platform. Just to get this portal. There also, yeah, there's... Is there anything, any shenanigan I could pull with this this shutdown delay? I don't think so, because it goes like this immediately and takes a while to go back, but that's not particularly useful for me at this point. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't. This is Dido's map. It is indeed. This mental breakdown is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Well, if you think this is a mental breakdown, just wait for me to get back into Periscoping. This map was already causing me more trouble than than was advertised, I feel. Because but it's probably my own fault. There's something I'm overlooking. Something silly. I'm out of shape. How to respawn the cube while I'm back here. I don't know. Get better help. Amazing. Right. Like, getting this cube into the game is trivial. I could either bring it to the other side, or I could like bring it in there. But I just don't know. I just don't know. I am so confident that my plan is correct. But I just don't see... Like the problem is this. Wait, is there a problem? Like I feel like if I can put the cube here, right? Like maybe I can't leave the cube here, but I could still like hold it. Maybe, is that it? Let me see if that's it. So are you just supposed to do something like this? You just put it here. Okay. Don't die. Now I bring you to the other side, which I can do. Okay. Oh wait. No, that's fine. Okay. So my plan is... Alright. See you, Exeter. Thanks for stopping by. So I feel like the plan is to do something like this. I'm going to interrupt the laser by holding the cube here. And I'm going to remember to shoot this portal. I could also shoot this one, but I feel like this is the only one that's important at this point. Let me just shoot the other one just for fun. Because now I have this portal, right? The only thing I don't have is this cube. Yeah. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate because... Yeah, that is unfortunate. It looked promising for a second, but it's not quite what I had in mind. Because I can't... like this cube... This is... There's nothing here. I mean, I can jump now, but to what end? Yeah, to what end? What's the point? What is the point of making a jump like that? It looked good though. It looked promising. But yeah. I just want to get this laser cube back, but it's in a difficult spot. I mean, like, I can... Hello, Nerdlington. Like, I can get to the laser cube by jumping in. But then it's still stuck. And... yeah, it's still stuck. So... this doesn't seem that good. Like, if I could have somehow done it while it was sitting like here on the light bridge, it doesn't make sense, because then the cube had to have been here, and then I wouldn't have been able to interrupt the laser with it. So this was really the only way. And of course I could have also had this portal, and then I'd... well, this is probably best, so like, this is something I can do. But why? What's next? If anything. If only I could destroy this cube. I'm not sure why I did this. I don't think I was supposed to do that. In a sense, though. In a sense. And now this is just an idea, right? In a sense. Wait, I think I just had this huge moment. In a sense, this is better. Having it on the portal surface like that. And that's something I probably couldn't do before because... Yeah, how would I... If I didn't jump in through here, how was I going to be in here without this portal being open, right? But now I'm here with this portal closed. Because I did the jump. Right? So now I can put the cube here and aim it at that. But... So the fact that this cube is sitting here is progress. I can give up my portals and I would still have made progress in a sense. In the sense that I have done something that I couldn't do before. Now, in fact, I think I know how to solve the puzzle. So let me do this again. Does it matter which portal I use here? Don't think it does. Okay, now let's do it again. Are you still trying to figure out how to get the laser cube out of the area it starts in? I've been playing the map myself while lurking. I think I have worked out a thing or two. In fact, I feel like I should be able to solve the map now. Because if I do this... and this... now I can... I was thinking I can shoot a portal to destroy the cube. That's what I wanted to do. But... that's what I wanted to do. That is what I wanted to do. But I'm not quite there yet, I feel. Because I have to give up at least one of these two portals in order to drop it through, right? And then it does respawn, which is great. But I can't shoot this guy back. No, I can't. That's true. I cannot. I still think I'm on the right track. So let's say... I feel like... yeah, which one is better? Blue or orange? I feel like blue is... No, 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 this is great. This is perfect. Okay. There goes he. Drops on the light bridge. You're going in. Okay. Swapperonis. Yes. I had to move that portal. Still wondering where the floor portal is slanted. Wait, why am I grabbing this cube? I wanted to just walk through with the laser cube. I actually don't know why that is. But I do know this is a thing. Look at this! The laser cube is in the second half of the map. Well, let me, before I do anything, I can't reverse. Let's save on top of here, okay? Whew! That was tricky. Now I want to set up the exit sequence, so I want to get this laser cube to the other side. That should be easy enough, I just have to stand on the button. What I also want to do is get the cube back, but that should also be simple. I could just do any old respawn, because I feel like I don't need my portals anymore. Okay, so what I do is this. Okay, there goes the cube. Let me just grab you real quick. Oh my goodness. Fair. You win. I will adjust the position of the cube if you insist. Yeah, I guess I was a bit optimistic putting it in the center like that. This is better. Okay. So that's this cube here. Now I can use the laser to respawn that cube, because getting it out of this area is a little tricky by hand, so that's fine. We just respawn the damn thing. Now with that, I want to get this cube to the other side, which is easy. I've done it millions of times before at this point, so there we go. Boop. And now I go around myself. Something happened. The cube fell off. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so we're just gonna try that again. Okay. Nah. Yeah, so amazing. All right. Oh, so let's go shoot the portals. Otherwise, it's all for nothing. All right, so that should be it. Alright. Now let me just drop these cubes through, and we're all good. Now that is a good puzzle. Took me an hour, give or take a few minutes exactly. Oh. That was really good. That was really, really good. I really, really like that. Super, super, super nice. You have to do this trip 3 times. You can sort of work out logically too, right? You have to do the ending one, and then you realize, okay, there has to be like another second round to get the cube on the other side. But to like the third one, the first one in fact, like, but logically for me the third one, just to get the cube to be sitting on this platform with the laser, for the subtle reason that you can then later drop it through the surface that it sits on. That is a very nice, very subtle one that actually took me the most amount of thought. Hello, Mr. Nobody. Welcome. But yeah, that is an amazing puzzle. Very, very nice. Amazing work, Dita. It indeed, like, in sort of layout, it has this very slightly similar feel to Canonical, but the puzzle was completely different. I think I'm going to give that one a favorite because I really enjoyed it greatly. All right, that's that. Now, someone told me there's a 5th cube here. Do I even want to look for it? There's Periscoping, of course. Not sure if Mouse is still here. But yeah, let's tackle Periscoping. Alright, see you later, Anion, and thanks for stopping by. Alexei, welcome. Let's do this. So this map there is something wrong with this map. Hello, Mouse, welcome. As I was explaining, there is something not quite right about this map, and that doesn't make sense. I thought about it for quite a while, in fact, but I agree that I have to admit that the thinking was quite a while ago as well. So I'm not sure if I remember everything, but I think I at least remember some of it. So what I mean, in the meantime I familiarized myself with the layout. So that's a start. Now we can spawn the cubes, right? There you go. In fact, yeah, and then there was this little sequence to obtain the 2nd cube. Allow me to recall how that worked. Yeah, I think I remember. So I think I would get this cube out of this area first, right? So Okay, so you just get it with a funnel, I suppose. There we go. Track 18. Is it track 18? I like it. I think it's one of the tracks that I made for maps that I like more than the average one, I would say. Though it does sound a bit hyper when you speed it up like that. Alright, so this is the cube. It's like saved. Okay. Now, I wanted to do this. Put it on the button like that. And now I think I will do this. And then I get both cubes. Right? It's two of them now. Because the one drops over the goo. I can save time. What do you mean I can save time? You don't have to walk all the way through the Fizzler path every time. Is that so? Can I see this? I don't think I can. But yeah, so we can save these guys by shooting this. There we go. 2 saved cubes. I can get them in here. I guess maybe you were referring to me being able to do this the first time. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, shoot through the hole, exactly. There we go. So I had retrieved both cubes. Now, the thing is that I feel like I worked out how to solve the map if I could get gel here. If I could get blue gel exactly here. And the sequence to do it would be quite tricky and quite subtle. But it was getting the gel there that I felt was just... I couldn't work it out. It just feels like getting gel anywhere was just impossible. It just felt like... yeah, it just felt like there was no way. Getting gel anywhere was just not possible. I worked out how to get it to the exit. Yeah, I worked out how to get gel to the exit. So let me show that first. So to get like this whole area is just for the gel, like access to this gel button. It has been constructed in such a way that you can't take any cubes in here. But what I worked out is that I can drop gel near the exit, and I can do that with quite some trickery. By the following sequence. So I think I would do something like let me try to remember. It's been the better part of 3 weeks since I came up with this, so allow me to remember this. I think I would put something on the button. Put this guy here. So I would press the button, it would fling to me. Okay. Then I would get this cube. Blast. I grabbed it wrong. It wasn't supposed to respawn everything. Right. So, where were we? Oh yeah, so you, okay, you are on the other side. I had grabbed you off the button properly. And now I am here. So my idea was to do something like this. I would aim it at... I would do this, right? I would sort of put the cube exactly on the button, aiming at that receiver. Because now I can see this surface. Right? That's the whole point of that receiver. I can see that portal shot. Okay? And now the trick is that if I stand on the button, the pedestal button is going to come out of the ground and sort of jostle the cube aside. Right, it's super cute. It didn't work in the original map, but in the description, Mousekeyboard hinted quite strongly to, you know, that being part of the intended solution. So I was able to work it out. Now, this is all good. Right, we're up here. And there. Gel near the exit. Great, right? All we have to do is get to the exit. In other words, get both cubes here. That is where things get tricky. That is where things stop making logical sense. Because there is just something that is not adding up. It's just, yeah, okay, so like... Does this puzzle just use all elements? No, there's no light bridge. There's no orange gel. There's no track platforms, no pistons. But okay, so hear me out here. Hear me out. If there is a way to complete the puzzle without, like, if this, like someone's playing the hardest map, yeah. Mr. 5, you came at a good moment because I was about to sort of explain my thoughts. Like, if this little sequence that I just did, this innocent little tricky with this button, is the only time you ever use this whole huge area, and this little drop thingy is the only thing you use the gel for, I just feel like there were like 1,000 different ways of enforcing that trick without this huge area, without having the gel, like all of these things. It just seems like it doesn't make sense. Like, if this was all you use the gel for, it would, I wouldn't, yeah, that wouldn't really justify this whole setup, basically. It's just, yeah, that's not, it doesn't make sense. So my thought was, what else can you do with the gel? Well, the natural thing is to have the funnel orange instead of blue when I sort of press this button. and to get the gel into the funnel. And then I can funnel it out by reversing the polarity and drop it. And I figured it might be useful to drop it right here, because then, like, this gap, right, it's suspiciously narrow, right? So I figured you might be able to jump across. And with that assumption, at the time, I was able to work out an exit strategy. Like, I could actually use this bounce in a clever way to make it to the exit. But what has been absolutely wrecking my mind is how to get the gel there. Because no matter what I come up with, I cannot, for the life of me, envision a way in which I can be up here with the funnel orange, which requires activating this relay here. Congrats on beating Rewind, thank you. It wasn't easy, but it was very, very nice. So I've just been trying to come up with every possible configuration of the laser cubes that could possibly result in me, like, first this has to be down, so you shoot a portal like that, and then somehow this laser has to switch from this guy to that guy. And that would be easy if I could place a laser cube right here, right? You would just put the laser cube here, aim it at that, and then when you're here you would sort of reverse aim it at here. But of course you can't put a laser cube in this, like, in front of this portal surface. So that doesn't work. Is there anything else that could? I am absolutely clueless. Like, I just don't see any setup that ends, like, makes the laser go in here, and then after I shoot the portal here, I can somehow redirect here. It's just impossible. Like, the only way I could sort of come up with doing it is using this portal and, like, an angled laser. Like, if I would aim the laser, like, from, say, here to, like, next to this portal surface, so that it would angle like that in here. That would be pretty difficult, but then I realized that the description said no angled lasers through portals, and thus, so that thought did end. I was also thinking, of anything, like, if you could get a cube in this area, so you could sort of try to climb this instead of shooting a portal and having to walk back. That would be a huge difference. But then I realized there's literally no way to ever get a cube in this area, considering this portal surface is blocked, this area is blocked, and yeah, you're not getting a cube on there. There's no way. I mean, I know you beat it, Mr. Fab, but I'm just trying to explain my thought process. And then there was like something that really baffled me is that I think Klaus, at the end of my last stream, he spoiled that he never had to get gel into the orange funnel to solve it, which surprised me greatly, let's say, considering, well, that whole rant I just had about design principles and this blue gel being poorly justified if you didn't also have to use it in combination with the orange funnel. But then, because I was having such immense difficulties even trying to work out how you could do a move like that, I almost felt inclined to believe him that you really didn't need to do anything else with the gel, and that the solution was just contained within this part of the map, and you could just ignore all that stuff in the back. But it just didn't sit right with me, so that uncertainty, that doubt, is also playing a big role in my discomfort when it comes to this map. Yeah, I think I beat it in an hour. Pretty much exactly an hour, I would say. Yeah, I would say Rewind is like 6 out of 10 difficulty. It's pretty difficult. Very complicated puzzle. Very subtle. This one's at least 7. At least. Sheepdog got it in 30 minutes. Crazy. That's crazy. That's really crazy. I don't know how he does it. Sheepdog is just something else. Just built different. So yeah, that was, I think I sort of outlined all my thoughts on this map, and I'm just baffled. But I've already been on it for half an hour and I just don't see anything. I just want just to expedite the stream, because I can't spend 10 hours on this map. I'm going to ask you guys a question about the solution to this map, and I want you to answer it, but only that. I would like to ask, does the solution involve getting blue gel inside the orange funnel? Yes or no? Nope. Nope. I knew it. I knew it. It's because it's impossible. Yeah, because you can't do it. So that's mind-blowing. Then why this Why the gel? Is that... Oh man. Why the gel though? You can, if this is all you can do with it, then that's crazy. That's such a... I would... Yeah, that's so mind-blowing, because it means that this whole area is just completely done. I'm done with it. The solution is somewhere here. Yeah, having gel... Yeah, it's just so tempting. And the crazy thing, Mauskeboord, is actually that if you can get gel here, there is actually a pretty cool solution. Now, of course, apparently there's also one if you don't. But yeah, But yeah, you really can do it. But it's good to have this confirmed, just to put my mind at ease. That's all I wanted from that question. But yeah, yeah, if it's... Yeah, I would have... Yeah, I see you just try to pack two different sequences into one map, which I guess is fine. But sort of just because you have the combination of the orange funnel and the gel, it just sort of suggests strongly that you have to, at some point, do something with that. And that people are... When people are stuck at the end sequence, because it's quite difficult, they're going to consider all the options, and this is a tricky one. This is one that seems to open up a lot of paths. And also one that you could sort of envision some kind of trick enables it, but yeah, apparently not. So yeah, I would... It's a bit of a like a meta red herring. Not really a red herring, of course, but if you try to meta-analyze it, like, oh, would you really use the gel if you didn't use the orange funnel in the gel? Then you could consider it as one, but good, thank you. Glad we got that out of the way. Hello, Acers. Sorry, completely missed you. Happy to see you're here. I just got a tiny hint on this map to put my mind at ease. Something that I had sort of implicitly concluded, but just wanted to have confirmed. Okay. Good. Now, let us proceed to just very carefully analyze this part of the map then. Because I worked out what it takes to get a cube back here at the time. And let me try to remember how that worked. So what you have to do for that is to be here with the orange funnel. That's easy in and of itself. Right, I could funnel, 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 and then, but then I want to make the funnel blue. Right, because I can make a funnel out of the surface, a funnel to the other side, come around. Yeah, so what I think I probably want to do is something like this. Okay. Okay. Right, so we can take a cube with us. Like that, and boom. Cube here. That's something. It's not trivial, it's not too hard. So, there's that. Now my gut feeling says put it here. Right over this button. Right in front of this portal surface, like so. Right? That makes sense. So let me save. Laser catcher's now a relay. Yeah, I think I noticed that too. Yeah, that has changed at some point. So now the question is, how do I get the other cube? Now I also noticed that you can actually press the button through this hole in the glass. And I feel like that's very significant. But yeah, I think I have to give up my portals at this point, because there's not much for me to do. Okay, so like the cool thing is now I have something like this, and I can start to press the button to temporarily change the polarity of the funnel to blue. Which is something you can make use of in a clever way. Let me first get the blue funnel here again. Okay. There we go. Alright, so that's that, and now I can turn up a funnel blue for a moment by raising that thing and jumping back into the funnel. Yes, that's true. Let us pretend that instead I had put the cube here. Right, okay. Yeah, so... Okay. So we go through. Of course, we are careful. It's not in line, so we are here. Okay, so now it feels like we're in a pretty good position, and I'm also pretty sure this is intended. So, and yeah. So this looks good, right? I have this portal surface, I can actually still access the rest of the map, not like with the first time when I had my portal stuck down there. No, I can actually access the rest of the map here. I can like go through the portal and move my portal to like the laser surface. I can have the laser. Well, it's not the laser surface, but it's facing the surface there. And I can like move the cube. But the thing is, all I need is to get this cube. And it would have been nice, like, if the cube was on this side of the bars. Yeah. Okay. I think I understand. Yeah. So let me explain to you what my thought was. So like, let's pretend this cube is on the other side of the bars. That is perfectly possible, right? I just put it here, right? It aims at this spot here instead of further back, right? Put the cube here, aim like that, right? Everything would have worked. Right, that was my idea, because then sort of this cube lends itself to be carried through that surface. I forgot to put the cube to the other side. That's something I can do, don't worry about it. Not within the current setup, but I could have done it before. Now, what I want to do is go through. Yeah, so what I wanted to do is then put this cube on the button. Right, this was the idea that I had. I put the cube on the button. I sort of press it. I jump across. And this cube I sort of just take through, right? And I can do that, and I can move my blue portal here, and now I would have the other cube here, but then this cube is left behind, which is not so nice. So that's not so nice. Another idea I had was to... Yeah, and this is I think where it involved the blue gel. Like, suppose I just had this here. And why it seemed so nice, right? I could just leave the cube there. No worries. I would sort of stand on this button. Then I would have blue gel here, so I would be able to cross the gap like this. I would just beautifully make it in time, because I would be able to jump across. Like, this was the solution that I was thinking of, and then I would take the cube through and everyone would be happy. Like, that's why I really thought that blue gel there would solve all my problems, and it wouldn't even solve it in an obvious way, I felt. Like, that was already quite like subtle why you would need blue gel there. Just to make this button in time from standing on that button yourself. That was the idea. Like, that was why I was so focused on getting that blue gel there, which apparently is not supposed to be there. So there is actually a way, you guys tell me, that you can still sort of work, because it feels like I have to jump to the center to get that cube. But I feel like I just don't see... Like if the orange cube would be on this button, then yeah, there's little point to taking this cube out of the center and into the middle like that, because yeah, then this cube is lost. Right, you can't see that surface. That would have solved all my problems, but of course you can't. You would have pretty much made no progress. So that was, yeah, that was the reason why I was so dead set on getting blue gel. I hope you can forgive me for my logical sins. So what is the trick? How do I get both cubes? How do I get this cube out of the center? Because, yeah. I can see the funnel. I can see the funnel. Can I do anything with that? There's also this suspicious gap. You can do it, Mike. I believe in you. Thank you, Mr. Fabulous. At least someone, at least one person still believes. Like this gap has puzzled me also a bit. I'm not sure what you could do with it. Maybe it's just aesthetic. Maybe not though. If I learned anything from the funnel thing, maybe I shouldn't overanalyze every design aspect of the map. Like I'm also thinking if I can somehow respawn the cubes while I'm here. Well, having a portal on that surface, I'd be done. Right? Yeah, I guess so. Maybe it's just a little viewing vista. Or like thinking if I can respawn the cubes while having this portal and being here, then you could just funnel the cubes like that, like that. You follow yourself like this, and you grab the cubes. You grab the cubes and you're done. That works. So but yeah, like this jump that I just did would allow me to get these portals at least. But then I'm not sure how you would, like you would even have a laser cube here, but that still wouldn't be enough to actually trigger a respawn. No. No, it wouldn't. I'm just super confident that I'm going to have to jump to the center at some point. Because if I jump to the center, that's pretty much the only... Yeah. It's the only way to get this connection. The only problem is that it comes at the cost of leaving a cube here. Now, yeah, so as I said, the cool thing about having this portal is that with the funnel, which you can very conveniently see from here, I can actually collect respawned cubes, but triggering the respawn is not so easy. Right. Yeah, there's no way to get a laser to this button. That's not it either. There's a lot of possibilities, but it's very difficult to find the one thing that works. All of these things are so cool that you can do them. It just feels so right. Like the fact that you can press that through that is definitely intended. So let's now pretend we had this cube on the other side of the bars. So he would be in this position. Now what? That's the problem. Now what? Useless. Useless. Unless you want me to do something I really hate. Would you like me to do something like this? No. Even with like a 1-frame activation. I can sort of technically trigger the respawn. But not really, because I can't catch the cube as it falls. And now I'm just down a cube in a sense, so this is bad. This is terrible. What is the trick? Maybe there is one other thing you could try. And I'm thinking perhaps you could, instead of trying to make a run for this surface, try to make a run for the funnel. Try to press the button like that. And then maybe when it sort of goes down, you would naturally go back into the funnel. But then there's no way for you to actually make it to that jump pad in time. I suggest you should just try and play straight forward instead of overthinking. I'm not sure what you mean. I can get myself stuck in every conceivable way, or could try to think about what I'm doing. Like, I'm just trying to think of what I could do. Like, what I could do that doesn't immediately reset all my progress. Because everything is quite constrained. You don't really want to give up this thing. I was thinking of something like this. Try to reach this. Right, and then you could do this. But of course I could never make it to the jump button in time. And I just feel like I need to get there. Just, yeah, man. Because is there any way I could possibly do it without using the jump button? Because that's sort of what I'm focused on. I don't think so, like... There's just no way to get this cube or this portal surface. Like, you could try to funnel like this and like that, but then you lose your connection to there anyway. So yeah, I'm sure you have to use this button. You have to use the button to jump to the center. Yeah, you have to. But that means that you have to press the button, which is there, and then you have to walk onto the jump thing. So that means that when you jump, this is your portal connection. The question is just, where's this cube? I feel like it has to be there. This is just the only thing, Mouse, that I can that makes any sense in my mind. It's not it. This is not it. Right. Because now that I have this, I want this again. And without a cube in the center, this funnel is not going to be orange anymore with me in it. Well, yeah, no, I can turn the funnel orange, but there's no point because I can't use it. Because as soon as I move one of my portals to the funnel, the laser connection will be interrupted because there's no cube in the way of the laser. So I can only use the blue funnel from now on, so aiming this at the orange funnel is a complete waste. In fact, I don't have any use for... Yeah, the only thing I want to do is respawn the cubes. But the laser doesn't reach that cube. There's no way. Not even from here, maybe? There is something, but that's not it, I think. If this would be the intended angle, then no. There's no way. Why do I no-clip and cheat after using the catapult? Because earlier in the solution it would have been 0 effort to get the cube on this side of the bars. I am 100% confident that that is not something that I have to be concerned about, because none of the moves that I did require the cube to be explicitly here instead of explicitly here. I can get it out and put it back around here any second, but I just forgot to do it before initiating these sequences of getting my portal here, which constrains me considerably. If you are upset about this, I'll like, once I figure this stuff out, and if this turns out to be meaningful on which side of the bars this cube is, I'll play it once fair and square, and you'll see that I know what I'm doing. Yeah, this is a dead end. This is a dead end. It's a dead end. Yeah, sure, you can press this button as much as you want, but there's no point. I need you. And respawning is out of the question. Yeah, except if I do the 1 frame activation. But then I won't be able to grab the cubes. Yeah. Respawning the cubes, it sounded so promising. That is, it's not it. It's not it either. I mean, if I don't cheat, then I'm just in the same position, but with the cube on that side. It's fine too, but then I just can't use it. And I guess it doesn't matter, right? Like, in theory I could always do this. And this. And then retrieve it. So, like, for the end moves it doesn't matter on which side of the thing it is, but now of course I no longer have this portal surface, which I kind of liked. And this is of course a full reset. This is so puzzling. There is something I am not seeing. I feel like I've probably exhausted every possible dead end that you can come up with without seeing the actual solution. Fuck's sake. If you had 2 cubes on each side of the glass, why can't you just do the same thing you did there to retrieve the second one to the exit area? If you had 2 cubes on each side of the glass, you mean like this? Why can't you just do the same thing you did there? There? I'm not sure where there is, but to retrieve the second one to the exit area. Well, the thing is, if I don't have a cube sitting in line with the laser, I cannot use the orange funnel. It's that simple. Because if the laser connection has to be unsupported by portals for me to use the funnel with my portals. So I cannot take the second cube out by doing some kind of funnel shenanigans here, unless it's all blue. But unless I am here already, all blue isn't gonna cut it, and I can't see the surface. Solution: no clip accidentally. Yeah, wouldn't that be something? You either get the surface you want or the cube. Yeah, pretty much. There's something not quite right. Somewhere in midst of all this, there is like this magical sequence that somehow gets them both. And I just don't see it. No, I didn't. No, I have to do the extra round that mouse keyboard was warning me for. Wait, what am I doing? Right, so this I did this just to appease the angry spirit of Mousekeboord. Yes, I can get the cube on this side without any difficulty, let's say. So that's why I cheated by no clipping every time, because it seemed more promising to have it on this side, because then I would be able to take it through the surface. But in reality it didn't seem to matter at all. I couldn't do it either way. Why is my portal here? Right. This is also something I can do. It's the same save point as the other, it's a second ago, but now with the cube on the other side. Hence my saying it doesn't matter. This just still seems like the only logical way to progress. But there's just no move now. There's no move. Everything I tried, it results in a dead end. I'm quite confident that this is the only way to get this portal, if you don't already have it, is by doing a sequence like this, right? You have to do the trick with the reversing, using the thing, and you go up and boop and beep and up. Okay, there you are. I feel like this is the only thing you can do to get this portal. So whatever I do now, I cannot forfeit access to this area here. And that constrains my moves a lot, right? Like a really great deal. And that's just the thing, the point that we are at right now. That's the point we are at. And from this point there doesn't seem to be anything other to do than just go through the portal. Put it here. Do you want a hint or confirmation or something? Honestly, what is your Miss Protoy? Me outlining why this map is impossible? There's something that I am missing, and yeah, the stream is already running for a while, and I have to finish the map today. So, considering I just don't see it. Am I going to ask for a hint? Good question. And I just don't know how far away I am. Maybe I'm like super off. feels so right. Up until the point where it's just like... Any map I can't solve is automatically disqualified from the contest. That would be quite a rule. It's like watching you doing Isotope. Yeah, I don't see it. You can do a Dido of a different timeline. I think the Dido of this timeline can do it. You just need all the time you need. Just take all the time you need, you'll get there. I don't have all the time because people are waiting for me to judge this contest. So I'm going to have to do something. I was thinking there's maybe one more way to cross this gap, and that's with the orange funnel. But that just... right, gives up my portals. So... that's no good. No. It's bad, very bad. How was my trip? Hey, Elytron. Thanks for stopping by. My trip was great, actually. Yeah, I had a great time. Better time than I was expecting to have, to be honest. So that was quite positive. Thank you. It was nice. Yeah, I just don't see it. Mouse keyboard, you can hit me with a hint. I'm out. I give up. You win. Yeah, go ahead. What's the last correct one? Where did I take a wrong turn? I just have to solve this today. I tried, you know. That's what matters. I mean, like, typically I don't like to, I mean, I would just let it rest and come back in a week or a month or a day or however long it would take me to get back to it, but I just don't have that. I don't have that luxury in this specific situation. You said why no clip? Really? So you say when I had this cube just sort of sitting here, and when I did this, this is correct? You say save here? What? I am not stuck? That is baffling. I was about to say in the air. Well, it's not unheard of. Not unheard of. So you say this is correct? Remarkable. That is truly remarkable. What could I do? What could I do? So like my feeling was right in the sense I was like, this feels so right, but then I couldn't see the next step. Shall let this run for the rest of this decade. Very good, Dido. That's the spirit. Specifically with the cube on this side as well. That is an interesting detail. So you specifically do not want me to take the cube with me. I guess I'm still going to redirect the laser. Because I'm going to have to get this guy back. That is the challenge. What can I do? What could I possibly do? That's surprising, because I just don't see a way for me to return to this area now to get this guy. Right? Specifically on this side. This is useless. I feel like this is useless too. Like... I guess now I have an orange funnel, but... and I can use it, but... the whole point of this endeavor was to get the blue portal there. What? I'm missing something. This cube. This is really something. I've rarely been so perplexed at someone saying that something is right. I have been trying to come up with a move to proceed for the better part of an hour, and I'm pretty sure I've reached this point many times before, the few times that I actually secretly played it off camera. And I just couldn't see what you could do next. So whatever it is, can't I get to the funnel area now to retrieve that cube? Can't you get to the funnel area now to retrieve that cube? To the funnel area. Ah, you say... okay, I think I understand what's going on here. You suggest you just say, okay, that's fine. Maybe it wasn't to do with that blue portal surface. Maybe it was just so that I had this aiming directly at this relay. Maybe that was the whole point. Because before it was aiming this way, but now it's aiming directly at it. You suggest that was the whole point. That's interesting. But how does that change the situation? Because I still don't have this cube now. I mean, I can keep walking in circles, of course, by putting this guy back on the button and jumping to the center again. But yeah, it doesn't seem right. And like doing this would make sense, considering that's not possible if the cube is in the cage. So this should probably be it. Now, why does this give me any advantage? Maybe it's because I can now redirect a laser from here. Wait a minute. It sounded not too bad. No. It doesn't. So why am I so happy now that the laser, or that the funnel is reversed using only one cube? Why does that make me so happy? I can do a lot of things here. I can respawn the cubes. But I don't think I'd be fast enough to catch them. Well, I couldn't catch them because I don't have this portal. So no, it's not that easy. Because making this jump would require to put the cube back on the button, so I feel like I can't really go back to the center now. I feel like the center has played its part. Has it though? Because still, this cube, how am I going to get it? How am I going to get it if I'm not going to interact with that surface? There's no way. I'm going to have to jump again. Yeah, I'm going to have to jump again. I need that surface. I need that surface. But what could I do different now that I have an orange funnel at my disposal? What could I do different? Yeah, that's the thing. If I jump again, is there any difference? I don't think so. Because the only difference was that this cube was sort of facing the other way. I feel like whatever difference I'm going to get, I should have like right now. Right, if I would just put the cube on the button again and a jump again, then it's the same as before. Because I could choose to turn the cube wherever I want. So, if there's going to be any difference, then it's going to be before the jump. But why would I care about the funnel polarity at this stage? What would an orange funnel do for me what a blue funnel couldn't? Respawning is tempting. But respawning is useless if I don't have that surface. I am going to have it. I'm going to have to get it back at some point, somehow. Man, this is so hard. The difference here must be excessively subtle because I really don't see it. It's crazy. Even when someone pretty much tells me this, you have to do this, I still don't get why. It means I really don't understand the situation well enough. That's all. The only thing I'm thinking of is like, could I sort of oh, I know. I know. Can I orange funnel the cube to me and then still be in time? Oh yeah. Okay, so now the funnel is orange, so I can shoot the funnel. The cube will fly off the button, and I wait a second, and I press the button. And then hopefully it clears this little gap, so that I can grab it while standing on the... the jump thing, the faith plate. Get across with the cube. So I have two cubes here in the center and a connection here, and that's enough. So how about this? Wait, what? Wait, what? What? How did I get the cube? Is it? Does anyone understand why that? Did the funnel move it so quickly that it just sort of momentum through the cube that I frame perfectly shoot the portal? I actually didn't mean to do that. Whoa. That was rough. That was seriously rough. Oi, oi, oi. That was crazy. And again, it's this super... It's like, it's in a sense very similar to the previous map that we played by Dido. It's this sort of extra circle that you have to do around the map. That just for something super seemingly insignificant. In Dido's map, it was moving a cube in an area sort of from the floor to on top of a portal surface. Here it was sort of just turning a cube around so that you could do what I just did. Like, I feel like these are some of the hardest, at least for me, to spot sequences when you sort of have the idea of how it works and you're like, it just doesn't work, and then the solution is, well, you just do the whole thing again, but with a slight twist in the middle. Like you do it sort of the whole sequence only to do it, make a tiny change, and then you do the same thing again pretty much, and then it suddenly works. Wow, that's always amazing when that works, when that happens. That's amazing puzzle stuff. Brain fried. I feel like many of the best puzzles have that. I feel like many of Libby's recent maps have that. These crazy subtle logic things. I feel like the only of my maps that sort of comes close to something as subtle as that, well, maybe Isotope, I guess, but maybe the Serpent Spas or something. It has a similar kind of subtlety to it at some point. That was amazing. It was amazing though. Wow. What a difficult map. Criminally underrated. I think I would honestly say that I think I would appreciate the map even more if you just got rid of the whole jail thing. That whole huge back room, the jail dropper. Just get rid of the whole thing. And what you are left with is a map that, so for one, it eliminates this seemingly sort of red herring kind of thing with the orange funnel and the blue gel never being used in tandem. It removes sort of the single use blue gel. It removes the extremely big room in the back, which is also kind of single use, and the portal servers there single use. And what you were left with is but like the map as it currently is, it looks huge, right? Very intimidating. But if you would strip that back part, like you would also get rid of a connection to the jail, of course. If you would strip the back parts, you just get rid of the whole thing. You're left with something that's actually quite small. It's actually quite. It's not even that much bigger than the original module map that I had. It's quite small, but the logic in it, I would say, is of it's equal difficulty. I see. I mean, I understand. Like, I understand why you did it. I've saw the comments by Leo and etc. saying, "Oh, it's a shame that this didn't work." I get it. Like, I get it. I think it's pretty cool that you managed to do it. Did you have to edit the instance for it, or is it just in a new version of B it works better? I actually don't know. This periscope move where you push the cube up with the button. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I think in like from that perspective, it's cool and justified. But from a if I forget all the context and just look at this map as a standalone puzzle, I think the true version of the map would get rid of all that stuff, and it would just be this crazy end sequence that you hear, beautifully crafted. It's really amazing. I know. I understand. Yeah. So yeah, I think just imagine how many connections it also it gets rid of 2 connections if you do that. If you get rid of the blue gel stuff, and how many connections would there be left? The funnel reversal, the pedestal button that raised from the floor with a button, the cube respawn, and of course the pedestal button itself. It's like 4 connections. 5 if you count the one to the cube dropper double. And how many portal surfaces? You would get rid of another portal surface? Man, that would be quite something. No new instance. In the original doesn't work because of a glitch. Ah, really? Okay. Okay. But yeah. Phenomenal work. It was really good. Really good. Congrats on winning the competition, Mouse. I'm not making any statements regarding that. Zero statements. But yeah, I think that does indeed bring us to the end of the stream. Almost precisely 3 hours in. Wow, that was a map indeed. Maybe we can have a little fun just for a few seconds. I think someone wanted me to hunt for the 5th cube. Let's humor them for a minute. So the theme of this theme is sequence loop.
At the time of this recording, federal disclosure policies require us to inform you that this next test
Maybe.
is probably lethal and to redirect
The theme
you
of
to
the
a safer
stream,
testing
yeah,
environment.
maybe. I would say so.
Cube and button-based testing remains an important tool for science, even in a dire emergency.
Now the real
We will
question
attempt
is
to
there
comply with
even
these now
a
non-existent
5th
agencies,
cube, or am I
but
just
I'm
being
some more
trolled?
Smooth jazz.
There is the creator made a video. Okay. So there is a 5th cube, you say? Am I supposed to look for it? Or am I supposed to no clip? Because I'm pretty bad at these kinds of cube hunts. I don't feel bad about it. This got super cheesed. Yeah, I think it took me quite a while the last time to figure out what the intended solution was. Do I remember? Like I remember you had to, like this there was only one way to hit the laser receiver. And I remember you had to put the cube here for some reason, and I just died for no reason. Do I remember how to solve this puzzle? I remember this though. I don't remember this being this tight though. Probably something like this. Right? And then you had to do this. There was the puzzle. Back, how was Periscope? It was something. Let's keep it at that. It was amazing. I'm gonna be honest. So, I'm pretty sure I've seen the whole map, and I haven't seen a fifth cube. So, what's up with that? There is no fifth cube. Am I getting trolled again? Just no clip. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Where is cube number 5? It was on top of the... It was on top of the cube tube. The what? Huh. Huh. But now, how in the heavens would you ever get here? Ah, is this portable? Is that the joke? Wait, what? Is that portable? Why? Come on now. Come on now. I mean, come on now. I mean, come on now. Oh wow. Amazing. Come on, portal bumping. Work with me here. There we go. Woo! Alright. I think we're done here. Yeah, that is good design right there. My goodness. We have peaked, I think. Well, that was it. Poof. Alright. Thank you all for participating in the second competition. Thank you all for watching or just being involved with it. I'll try to announce the results soon. Give me a few days to collect my thoughts and my funds. No, that's a joke. So yeah, sit tight. The results will be there very soon. I have some ideas, but I haven't taken any decisions yet. So yeah, we'll have to wait. Thanks a lot for making the map, Mouskebot. Really amazing contribution. I highly appreciate those kinds of maps. Usually, like I said, I would stick with it, but this time I appreciated your hints. You were subtle about it. Yeah, amazing work, everyone. Really good submissions. I think many people learned a lot from it, including myself. And yeah, I think that's about it. See y'all next time. Hopefully in the next video. Given all the maps, given the maps all derived from that Mike Astro guy, we know the real winner is. So yeah, he must have had a couple of good ideas back in the day. I wonder who it is. Well, regarding the next video, still working on it. I am just super busy these days. I'm so sorry, but I'll get to it eventually. Don't worry. But yeah, see ya.